maintain the pressure on an opposition which has got a lot of talent in its side, Carlton, in terms of veterans and also some of their younger players. So a bit undermanned today, the Tigers.
Yeah, definitely. When you lose key players like that, you've got to replace them with someone else. You've got to change the structure. And they just didn't have a target to kick to when they were going forward. They were hoping their smaller players would have not probably bobbed up, and they did for first probably 2.5 quarters. But then they just fell away. They just didn't have the legs to keep getting in there. And eventually, Carlton, I think, just a bit of fitness as well. And obviously experience, and they just ran a ragged.
Yeah, and early on, when Gale had to go down the ground to follow Allen, a couple of times Burke went in and contested in the ruck, and he was going to be their pinch hitter in there, and 2 minutes later, that's when he did his thigh. So, gee, really unbalanced.
Well, I'm sure it'll be a bit of form now, the Blues. So they were terrific last week against Port Adelaide. Had a huge win. And, of course, today they buried the Tigers again by 51 points. So, from a percentage point of view, very handy for Carlton. They've won 4 from 7 now.
Yeah, the breathing on the heels of Melbourne, I think the only thing that separates them is percentage now.
And it buries a little bogey, too. Carlton away from Optus Oval. You know, so far they'd won 3 out of 3 at home, lost 3 out of 3 away. So they turned it around today.
And then they got Sydney next week at Optus Oval, so the chance of another win.
We are the Navy Blues. We are the old Navy Blues. We're the team that never let you down. We're the only team of Carlton knows. We're all the champions. They like to send us. We'll keep our hands up and then know that they've been playing against the famous old dark blues.
A very happy camp in there, and a very happy David Parkin. Well done, Parko. It is a long innings, a truckload of games, as Craig Bradley said. And Carlton eventually won 18-12, 120 to the Tigers 10-9, 69 in front of 63,000.
Terry has been asked to do the unthinkable.
If you love me.
I can't, Dad.
Her father wants to die.
He said it would be easy for me to do it.
He asked you to kill him.
It's a mortal sin. I won't live with it on my conscience, and I won't have you die with it on yours.
When the end comes close,
If I have another attack, I want to go.
will she say goodbye?
Dad, don't leave me.
It's not for recess.
Terry! All Saints, Tuesday.
At Festival, Country Bake Hot Cross Buns 8-pack $1.97, Buller Ice Cream $5.99, Marchant's Soft Drink and Deep Spring Mineral Water 99 cents, Devondale Tasty Cheese $4.99.
Hey kids, Barney is coming to town live on stage. Come and join in all the fun with Barney and his favourite friends, the Gigglies, live on stage. There'll be heaps of fun, games and stacks of prizes to be won. And you can meet Barney after the show. Don't miss Barney's all-singing, all-dancing fun show for the whole family. Appearing Burnie Civic Centre, West Point Casino, Country Club Casino and Devonport Town Hall, book now at the venues.
Hey, how you doing?
Bellinger's Bazaars Bargains. Track pants $15, wind cheaters $15, polar fleece vests $15, snowballs $1.80, Nike socks $5, meat pies $2.50. Bellinger's Bazaars Bargains, all stores.
Speaking of a bull in a china shop, this is Brisbane Gifts, where you'll find the very best in china, glassware, cutlery, kitchenware, and gift ideas. Most people would know Ian Conn and his taste for quality. It's everywhere, and you're bound to find something to suit your budget. If he hasn't got it, Ian will do his darndest to get it for you, because service, Ian, and Brisbane Gifts go together.
Join the Launceston Pacing Club at Bogues Paceway Mowbray on Anzac Day for all the excitement of the Southern Cross Easter Plate. It's going to be a huge day of entertainment, and you can see the closing of the Easter Carnival with the Daredevil fireworks display. Book your 3-course meal now for just $30 a head at Silk's Restaurant. The Easter Plate this Tuesday at Mowbray, with RSL badge holders admitted free. The Easter Plate this Tuesday at Bogues Paceway Mowbray. If you never ever go, you'll never ever know.
Come on, Tim. Eat your veggies.
Why?
Yes, Mum, why?
Because they're good for you.
Why?
Tell him.
Because they've got lots of
Lots of what?
antioxidants.
Very good.
Auntie who? Antioxidants. They help to keep your body healthy.
And according to CSIRO nutritionists, another rich natural source of antioxidants is right under your nose. Tea. So have another cup.
Welcome to our world. It's waiting for you.
Harvey World Travel, the footy professionals will send you on your way to the match of your choice in Melbourne. From $314, the package includes return economy airfare, one night's accommodation and a ticket to the football match of your choice, including MCG, Optus and the sought-after Colonial Stadium. Pay using your Qantas Telstra Visa card and earn valuable reward points. Hurry, this is a limited offer from the footy professionals. Call 132 757.
A 51-point win to the Blues. They won every quarter, and really after they kicked the first 5 goals of the game, it was pretty much Carlton all the way until Richmond did threaten and got within 3 points in the third quarter. But eventually 18-12 to 10-9. And the goal kickers in today's game, well, the Blues really spread them around. Favola kicked 3, Whitnell, Freeborn, Hamill and Franchina 2 each. How many did you get to, KB? Was it 13?
12 individual goal kickers today for Carlton, so they really did share around. Good to see Brendan Favola come off the bench and to kick 3 goals, because he's a fine young player, and we spoke about it with the Millennium game, kicking 12 goals. He's been the focus and the tension and the spotlight's been on him, but today very good.
All right, well, with bated breath, we wait for your votes for the Channel 7 Player of the Year.
Not too difficult.
We raved about him all day. How could you go for anybody else?
Yeah, well, he was fantastic, and probably back to the form he showed in the finals last year, and he looked really sharp from the opening bounce today. Koutafidis. McKay, gee whiz, he's having a great season. All-Australian halfback last year, and I thought Darren Gaspar, because I've got such a high regard for Whitnell, who's been dominating over the last 3 or 4, 5 weeks of the season, and Gaspar, I thought, lowered his colours today.
All right, well, it is a truckload of games, 500. Fancy coaching for that long. KB, you racked up how many?
As a coach?
Yeah.
88.
88. Well done, 88. But 500 is a magnificent performance, and that's what Parko did today. Here he is with Paul Couch.
And David, congratulations on your 500 coaching game. Who would you like to thank for your great career over a period of time?
Well, I've had a few mentors, I suppose. The greatest influence on my life was probably John Kennedy as a coach, and he's remained a very close friend, and a fella called Ken Herbert, and I wish to... Ken's been pretty sick and would be at home today, and he's been suffering a fair bit over the last few months. And Ken, I want to thank you publicly too. So the couple of people that over a long journey, Cole Kinnear, who has been my lieutenant for a long time, but I've had a myriad of staff and people over a long period of time who have given their hearts and souls for me in this particular role in the clubs that I've been lucky enough to coach. So there have been plenty of them.
Now, Carlton always have a great way of winning milestone games on 500, and you've been presented with here by John Elliott a great plaque here of your career over a period of time. It's just fantastic for the club. They've just got a great tradition, haven't they?
I think rather than getting the pewters and things we used to get, I think these things for most players and coaches and milestones are something that you can hang around on the wall and look at them when you're well past, and you look back on days of great significance in your life. You look, I've been a pretty fortunate man over a long period of time.
Just on the game today, they really challenged you, Richmond, early.
Yeah, look. As I said to the group here, that we've just struggled, Paul, to get home in games of significance. They've knocked us, I think, 5 out of the last 6 that we've needed to win for a good reason, and it had cost the club when we didn't. And I'm always anxious that Richmond seem to match up and do very well. Now, they're down in significant manpower at the moment. And I guess if we were going to get into credit and actually start to go forward at this time of the year and get ourselves into a position at least to be a creditable finalist, then we've got to win these particular games. And I thought, while we didn't play great footy, we scrapped really well from start to finish today, won a lot of the loose ball stuff and harassed them, really, really well without it. And that hasn't been, over the last 3 or 4 weeks, our greatest input. So from a team point of view, we got a nice even contribution and a lot of scrapping, and got 4, I think, very significant points. We'll look back on this game, and I think this is a pretty significant event. When they had 2 good wins, I've been to see them twice in the last couple of weeks. Whilst they weren't playing great footy, they were having a real crack. So we got a fair bit, I think, out of the day.
Congratulations on your 500th coaching game.
Thanks, Paul.
Yes, congratulations indeed. Well, he's a mile ahead of you for coaching, but you caught up in the playing stakes, so probably overall you're about even. Well done, Parko. Well done. We'll take a break. Be back soon. Final score at the MCG, Carlton 18-12-120, defeating Richmond 10-9-69.
The Coca-Cola AFL Premiership Season 2000. Proudly brought to you by Victoria Vita, Mitsubishi Magna V6, One Drive and you're hooked, rockybeach.com.au, and Telstra, making life easier.
Well, the fact that it was a long layoff before finally getting to this game on Easter Monday, a shorter break before they have to play again next week. There you are, girls. There's a shot for the ladies. And let's have a look at the ladder with still a couple of games to come to complete round 7. And the Bombers and Collingwood, who are first and third, meet here tomorrow at the MCG. And Brisbane and Fremantle play over in Perth. But, well, the significance of today, Carlton up there in 6th position on the ladder, and Richmond well out of the 8 with a record of 3 and 4. KB, what about these games to come? Live all around Australia, Collingwood and Essendon.
What a great game on Anzac Day. I'm tipping the Bombers. They look unbelievable at the moment, the Essendon Football Club. Very, very strong. It's hard to see Collingwood a little bit undermanned beating the Bombers at the MCG tomorrow. And, of course, Fremantle versus Brisbane. I give the Dockers a chance over there at Subiaco.
So after the march tomorrow, make your plans for Anzac Day around being on the television set in the afternoon, live around the country. Goodbye.